Hey guys. I don't know why my hair. I'll just leave my hair like this. So I thought I'd film a mukbang, and I also got new heels. So I thought it was a good time to film mukbang. Plus, I'm home alone, and I thought, what better thing to do than order 2 pizzas for myself? Because I'm a fat ass. So I thought I'd do a mukbang for you. So this one is thin crust, extra sauce, light cheese because I'm not a big fan of cheese, jalapenos, and pineapple. I pick off the jalapenos because I really just want the pineapple, but I really enjoy like the spiciness left over from the jalapeno. So that's me. Oh, and then the other pizza is a pan pizza, well done, with pepperoni and mushroom. I would have got an onion, but I thought I'd try it this time with the mushroom. I really should have brought napkins up here. I'm in my bed, but my bed's a bunk bed. I noticed that my stripper heel collection has gotten more views. Like, I feel like it went all of a sudden from like, not all of a sudden, but like it's definitely been like getting more views lately, which is like really surprising because I'm like, I don't know why. Really good. So I was really scared about ordering Domino's because I thought that like, okay, so every single time I order Domino's and I'm really hungry and I'm really broke, they fuck it up. They fuck it up. I'm not a big fan of cheese. Like, yeah, it's pizza, so like part of me does like cheese, but like I don't like a lot of it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just Domino's because there's some places where it's like not too bad on the cheese. Like, there's a lot of cheese. Like, I'm definitely eating like a chunk of cheese right now, but the way they make it, I don't know, it's different. Like Domino's, I don't know. But yeah, they'll fuck it up. And they'll like put too much cheese and like no sauce when what I wanted was extra sauce and like regular amount of cheese. So I was really nervous because last time I ordered, I spent like I got really pissed off and just didn't eat it, and I was like about to start angry crying. And I'm like, I'm so hungry. I'll try one of these now. Ooh, this one's really hot. Ooh, it's like really hot. I can really break it apart. See, like this one, they put like no sauce on it, even though I wanted extra sauce. See, that pisses me off. Cause like I'm a sauce girl. Like I love barbecue sauce. Whatever, that's fine. There's like so many other people that live here. Like someone will eat it, or I'll just like try to burn it in the toaster oven and eat it like that, and just like eat all the pepperoni or something. So I got these new shoes like 3 days ago. I mean, you guys would know about when I started working at a new club. And this club is full nude. And in the same plaza, there's a bar right next to the club. So I'm literally allowed to like walk outside of the club, walk to the bar. And I can hang out there for my shift, like it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I met this guy at the bar side of the club. We were talking. We ended up going to the other part of the plaza. Well, no, hold on. I was talking to his friend, and there was another girl talking to the guy. Let's name the guy Sparkles, because he bought me sparkly heels. And then let's name the guy that I was originally talking to Green, because he was wearing a green shirt. So there's a girl talking to the guy. There's a girl talking to Sparkles. And they're talking for like a really long time. Eventually she ends up going and talking to someone else, or like going back to the other side of the club. And I'm talking to Green, whatever. Green's really into me, but Green's also like kind of like a bit of like a crazy drunk. And I'm kind of like, like, I'm hanging out with you. Like, you're buying me drinks. But, yeah. And then, and no one's gonna get money out of him. And then, eventually, like, I was able to start, like, talking to, Sparkles, because he was, like, 3 seats away from me. We're talking, whatever. We're, like, outside smoking a cigarette, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm so hungry. And there's a big Mamas and Papas, like, next on the, like, in that same plaza. So I was like, like, will you go buy me, like, can we go get some, like, pizza or something? And he was like, yeah. And also in this plaza, there's, like, a lingerie store, like, so I was like, oh, wait, but before we go, can we, like, go into the lingerie store since it's right ahead of it? And, like, I can just, like, look at stuff, because I've never been in there. Like, I just want to see, like, I just want to see everything in there. And like, yeah, sure, that's not a problem. So we walked in. I knew I wanted to go look at shoes. Like, I don't really care too much about outfits. I care about shoes. And like, I see like a little, there's not the biggest shoe wall. It's really small. It wasn't the biggest shoe wall ever. And it was like a half wall of shoes. And then I was like, is this the only shoes you guys have? And the girl was like, no, like, there's some over there. And there was, like, a little, like 2 stands or whatever of shoes. And I was like, oh. And nothing was, like, 8 inches or, like, really, like, popping out to me. So I was like, whatever. Like, let's go to the Big Mamas and Papas. I want pizza. So he buys me my giant-ass slice of pizza. We go back to the bar. I eat my pizza. And I'm, like, in heaven, even though it's, like, burning the fuck out of my mouth. He keeps buying me drinks. And I don't know how, but I was like, I somehow convinced him to take me back to that store and buy me a new pair of shoes. I think it was because I was talking about that, like, my black boots that, like, go up to here that you guys have seen that, like, lace up and they're, like, leathery. I was like, yeah, like, these are kind of, like, on their last leg. Like, I don't really know how much longer they're gonna last. Like, I've had them for, like, over a year. We go next door, back to that, lingerie store, and I'm, like, looking for, like, a pair of shoes, and, like, can't really find one, and the girl's telling me about, like, this catalog or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I'll pick something out from here, like, you know, thinking that, like, this guy's gonna pay for it on the spot. I picked out these, like, 8-inch, like, black heels with, like, blue kind of, like, line, like, kind of, like, electric-looking lines going through it. They were really cool, and, like, the blue would glow in the dark. And then, yeah. So I picked those out. And then he's just like talking to me like about his life. And I was like, let's go, like, let's look throughout the rest of the store. So we're like looking through the store. And like we get to like the section with like all the outfits. And I'm like and he's like telling me about his life, whatever. And sometimes I feel like a fucking therapist. Like, but whatever. But sometimes I make customers my therapist. Because if I need to unload on some shit, I'll just unload on some random ass person. Which I guess is what they're doing with me. So yeah, like we're like getting to the part where like we like went through like all the toys and all the kinky ass shit. And here's the outfits, and I'm like looking at thongs. Like literally these thongs look like you could put them on like a little toddler. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how does anyone fit into this? Like, this is so small. He's talking. I'm not really asking if I can get into this stuff, but I just start like grabbing stuff. I got like 2 outfits. It's like really cute, like red top that like has like maybe like a deeper red thong and like a dark green top and like a lighter green thong. And then I'm going to the register. And I'm like, can I get these too? Like while he's talking to me. And he's like, yeah. So it's like sort of comes out to like $54. And I'm like, is that including the shoes? Like, and he's like, no. Like the shoes you pay for whenever like they have to be ordered, and then you bring them, and whenever they're ordered and they're here, you pay for them when you get them. And I'm like, oh. Can he pay for them right now? And she's like, no, because I don't know the price. Because in the catalog it doesn't say. I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, well, let me just pick out something in the store because I need new shoes. I'm like, okay. So then I found these. And like, oh my god. Like, I would always stare at girls with these shoes on stage because they would go on stage and like their shoes just look like so mesmerizing. Even right now, and there's like, it's just like normal ass light. I would be like a fly to the light, and now I am the light. So, got the shoes. It's really awesome. It came out to like $271. I mean, he blinked a little bit of an eye, but like, I'm kind of like, I made like no money that night, but I like made all my money in like stuff. So I'm like, like, I don't mind. Like, I got something out of it. I never buy shit for myself, so. And literally, like, I went home, modeled everything for my boyfriend, and he was like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, I'm hungry too. I don't want to take off my shoes. Let's go to Subway. Wear my shoes to Subway. And I did, and I felt hot as fuck in them. And then the next day, I went back to work, and literally the first person I go talk to, I like put my legs on his lap, and I'm like, oh my god, like, do you like my new shoes? Like, aren't they so cute? I just got them last night. And he was like, yeah, they're cute. And he was being kind of weird, like looking like away, like he didn't really like look at you whenever you talk to him. I was like, you want to go get a dance? He's like, no, maybe later. And I was like, alright, whatever, like, waste of time, like, let me go. I go talk to this other guy, and that guy definitely wasn't feeling me. Like, he was kind of like pushing his body like away from me. So I was like, alright, whatever. I'm over, and there was only 2 guys there at the time, so I was like, alright, well, I made my rounds. I'm gonna just sit on this booth. And I went to go sit at the booth next to the original guy that I went to go talk to. Let's call him Footsies. So I went to go sit next to the booth where Footsies was at. And I was just like watching the girl on stage, just like whatever. And then Footsies like peeps over from like the side of the booth and he's like, hey, like, are you ready to go to the back? And I was like, yeah, like, no problem. Let's go. So then he hands me the money for the dance and he was like, I just have to ask you one question. You can say yes or no. And I was like, all right. Like, in my mind, I'm literally thinking, like, oh, this guy's going to ask, like, how good is this dance going to be? Can I touch you? Like, do you do extras? That's literally what I thought he was going to say. He was like, no. He's like, can I, like, massage your feet? And I was like, what? Instead of me dancing? He's like, yeah. And I was like, yes. Say no more. Let me kick off my heels. I'm like, he wasn't like the best foot massager. He said that he had been practicing, but like, it was like the lightest little touch, and I'm just like, I like my feet to get rubbed, like, hard. And, during the dance, he's like, can I put your feet on my face? And I was like, what? He's like, I want to put your feet on my face. And I'm like, if you tip me, yeah. He only tipped me like $4. But, like, he didn't put them in his mouth or anything, because I, like, specifically told him, like, just don't put my toes in your mouth. Because, like, if someone puts their toes in my mouth, I will, like, freak out and, like, kick them. But, yeah, he, like, let's say these are my feet, and this is his face. Footsies was just, like, it's, like, all up on, and I was like, whoa, okay. That was probably the easiest $14 I've ever made. No, not true. But it was definitely one of the most enjoyable ones and interesting ones. And he bought like 3 more songs. No, he bought 2 more songs. And then I was like, well, you know, if you want to tip me, like, I don't mind you rubbing my feet, like, out there, like, in the main room. And he's like, oh, really? You wouldn't mind? I was like, no, like, of course not. So we went back there. He literally rubbed my feet for 4 hours. Which, like, was fine. Like, I mean, it was really slow. Like, there was literally only, like, it was him and the same guy that didn't want me earlier. And I think there was, like, another guy at some point. But, like, it wasn't like I was, like, really missing out on anything. And he did tip me. And, like, at some point, like, after, like, a few hours, like, the DJ was like, hey, like, Whiskey, like, you want to go on stage? And I was like, not really, no. Like, while I'm sitting next to this guy. He was like, well, it's kind of your turn. And then he, like, out of the blue was like, I'll take you to the back right now. And I was like, okay. So I didn't have to go on stage right away. And then he, like, rubbed my feet again, put my feet on his face, and was just, like, smothering his face into them and, like, sniffing the fuck out of them. And I was just like, okay. And, like, then we went back, and then I did have to go on stage at some point, but then I came back and he was still rubbing my feet. He would, like, rub off, like, dirt or something off my feet. I don't even know. Like, I baby wiped my feet before. I put my shoes on that day, so I'm like, I thought my feet weren't that dirty, but I guess not. He's like, I like rubbing the dirt off your feet. And I'm like, okay, Footsies. Okay. I tried, like, making him, like, want to go take me to get a pedicure the next day, but it didn't work out. So, yeah, that was a thing. But he said, like, how did you know I was into feet? Like, you just came up to me and told me about, like, your new shoes or whatever, and I was like, honestly, like, I didn't even know, like, I was just really excited about my new shoes, and I just want everyone to know about my shoes. That hasn't worked out. But if you are a girl who wants to be a stripper and you really like these shoes, don't go on stage with them. Just don't. I've already lost like probably the size of my thumbnail. That much diamonds back here. And then I've lost a couple already like near this part on both shoes. And I'm just like, dude, this is why I can't have nice things. And this is why I have to have someone else buy my fucking shoes. Because I can't, like, these were like $150 or something. And they're already fucked. Like, I don't predict them lasting very long. So, yeah, I think that's about all I can eat right now. Thank you for watching, for eating with me.